One of the most popular and oldest forms of entertainment is without a doubt drag. From RuPaul's Drag Race to drag brunches across the country, people love it. Well, some do.
Several Republican-led states, including Florida, Kentucky, Idaho, North Dakota, Montana, and Oklahoma, are considering legislation that would ban drag shows in public.
Despite all of these archaic laws being passed, more and more Republicans are themselves being outed for dressing in drag in the past. People such as Representative Nate Schatzline of Texas, who is seen in a video on Twitter dressed in drag, and Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, who is also pictured in drag. There's even the classic video of former mayor and leaky Trump goon Rudy Giuliani dressed in drag as he and the sentient booger that is Donald Trump walking through a department store. Trump even motorboats Rudy Giuliani in the video. A link to that video is in the show notes, and it's weird. Nate Schatzline and Bill Lee have both put forth anti-drag show legislation, and Trump has vowed to do worse if reelected. Now, what does all of this have to do with the boy in our podcast logo? Well, I'll let Alana and I explain it to you tonight on I Do Not Trust This Person, The Many Lies of Congressperson George Santos. So when was the last time you were in Brazil? I guess, were you in Brazil in 2005? Do you remember?
Yes, I was, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you, what's the party age down there? I guess, is there, it's Brazil. It's supposed to be, fun and vibrant. I guess that's how we view it here. But
yes, the American image of Brazil.
The American image of Brazil is Carnival and kind of Bolsonaro, or at least it was.
Well, now, now it is.
Now it's Lula again.
Well, nobody knows him.
Yeah,
it's not as fun, but
yeah.
No, but it used to be, beaches and Carnival and thongs, and that's all anyone knew.
Yeah,
about
that's
Brazil.
right. Brazil equals thong, kind of, and butt implants. These are the biggest, plastic surgery wise, isn't that the case with Brazil? It's the most per capita. Second now?
Second. No, I'm pretty sure. I read this stat years ago that Brazil is the second highest God of plastic surgery after the United States.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit, man. Yeah.
But party age, I think, God, now I'm getting everything confused.
You were
I think
then 16, I think, or 16
you can
or 17.
drink officially in bars and stuff at 18. I think the only country that's 16 is
England? Germany? Oh, Germany is, yeah.
I have to
I don't know.
check that. I don't know. But
lucky bastards. I can drink now. It's not really lucky anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Bars are open late, a lot of dancing,
Is it until no one can go anymore kind of a thing, or do they close it up? New York, it's till 4 or something like that.
4 or 5, it's
Jesus
more like
Christ.
that.
Right on.
What I remember now living in Austin, there are a lot of bars here where you go and you sit and you drink and there's nothing else, right?
Yeah, you just go hang out with friends at a dive bar and sit and chill.
Which I feel I prefer this. You've got places where you would go drink, but they all have food.
Sure,
so it'd be a little corner bar kind of thing, but it would have food as well.
Yeah.
So you could go hang out, have some beers. And then you would go to a bar, or not really a bar, but a dance place if you wanted to go party and have drinks and dance. So, good food, good drinks.
Y'all have some of the best food I've ever eaten.
Really good street food, really good hand, I don't know, appetizer-y hand food. And then just one thing that I definitely remember that stands out is that in this specific area in Rio where we would go that had a lot of dance places, there were street carts where you could get caipirinhas.
Oh, yeah.
And they do caipirinhas there with all kinds of fruit. So it's not just traditionally it's lime and cachaça.
Which is
the liquor.
Sugar cane rum?
Sugar cane, yeah. But on the street, they would usually do it with vodka. I think, but maybe it's because
cheap.
it's cheaper.
Yeah.
And then
That's
you could
what
do
most liquor is. Like cheap liquor is just vodka with like the cheap whiskey is just vodka with like brown sugar in it or something like that. Yeah, it's horrible.
But then you could choose whatever fruit you wanted. So like if you wanted a pineapple, and they would call it a kaipivodka.
Kaipivodka. Cool.
And so you could get pineapple, strawberry, whatever fruit you wanted. They would just blend it to be frozen, and then you just get it off the street and go.
It's like picture it, audience, is the best snow cone you'll ever eat in your life, and just on another level, it's so good. I miss eating. We can make them now, but
we've never made frozen ones.
We should with the fruit we have. Let's go do that.
I think that's
after
funny
this.
that you compare it to a snow cone.
It's. I mean, yeah, right. It's a very. Do they not make them icy there? I thought that was like.
Well, just like a frozen margarita would be here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. It sounds so good. Yeah.
I hate snow cones, so I don't agree with that comparison.
Well, fine. Oh yeah, she's well, you know, you're not from here, and that's understandable. And maybe Americans shouldn't like snow cones either, because it is literally just sugar, water, and ice.
I wonder if that's just an American thing.
I don't think anybody else. Like, I mean, I know Italy has frozen ice. They have the kind of the equivalent to the snow cone over there, but it's like better, like
shaved ice.
Shaved ice. Yeah, shaved ice. I don't know. We talking at our butts, but like,
I don't like them.
Yeah,
I don't
get it. Man, you just haven't had you haven't had a snow cone with cream in it. I strongly suggest cherry and cream.
Oh, you did mention that.
It is a whole nother thing.
That does sound like it might be more.
It's real
up my
good.
alley.
Yeah, no normal snow cones. They're kind of whatever, but like there's a place over at Mount Benel for people who live in Austin that they do the cream with it. Like, add your own flavors. Oh man, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, 2005 I think was the last time that I was there, and
oh wow.
I think so.
Never went to Carnival, nothing like that, right?
No, because Carnival's in like kind of like same time that we have Mardi Gras here, kind of. Right? And so I was always in school, like high school, junior high, blah blah blah. I was always in school, so we never went up there. We would go for Christmas, New Year's. New Year's in Rio is an experience unlike any other.
Everybody wears white, hangs out on the beach.
It is magical. But no, I remember always like seeing Carnival on TV, but I would never. I was never there.
Yeah. Oh man, like, did you ever go any drag shows? Were you there? You ever been to a drag show before? Went to one when I was a lot younger. They have drag bingo here, which we should definitely go to. But I
don't think I've ever been to. Maybe in Austin, like at some point when I was younger, out on 6th Street or on like during South by maybe, but not that I can recall, and not that I can recall in Brazil either, although now I'm starting to get a hazy memory of being at a
oh my god, seriously,
dance club or something.
Yeah, were they people maybe competing for Miss Gay Rio de Janeiro by chance? Because that would be serendipitous to say the least.
No, not that I can recall, although we know that my memory is not one to
that man on. You know what, we're gonna go with that. You were there when this was all happening.
Okay, let that be the headline.
Alana was there when George Santos was competing.
Who we have already established is from Brazil.
He's the only Brazilian representation in Congress. So, not to push the pressure on the Brazilian community, but something's got to do better than that guy.
Man,
there's a lot of cool people out there. Brazilians are really rad people. He's just not one of them. But he. In 2005, the last time you were there, maybe at the same club, was competing for Miss Gay Rio de Janeiro, something he denied, adamantly, because, Republicans don't like anybody that's not a straight man, basically. Or,
this is true.
They claim they're diverse, and, to their credit, they are. There's a lot of, Latinx folks that are in Congress that are Republicans, and that's a whole thing, and for a different show. You can listen to America the Conversation. We talk about that kind of shit over there. So, but he, however, denied, and then finally admitted to it. And I'll play a clip of him.
He did eventually.
He did eventually admit to it, but initially he was what was his name? He was going by Katrina. Where is it? Kitara Ravachi. How would I say that in a Portuguese?
Yeah.
Did I say that close enough?
Kitara
Ravachi.
Is there a picture?
Yes. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
There's
okay.
that picture. I have a better picture for you in a bit, but yeah, adamantly denied it. And
did he win?
No. Was called a terrible drag queen by his peers. And with it, Eula Richard is the person who basically confirmed that all of this was true. Said that they were friends back in 2005 at the first gay pride parade in Niterói. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. There you go. And it's a suburb of Rio, and he did
3
win.
years later, he competed.
Oh, okay. For the drag beauty pageant. Oh, and okay. So that 2008. Okay, yeah. And so they met in 2005. So you might have maybe seen him down there.
And another person also confirmed. So definitely like minimum
big,
people confirmed.
Two people,
it's true.
Two competitors for the title. The magnificent. Sure, no, not even I'm sure. I know the magnificent title, Miss Gay Rio de Janeiro, and said with zero sarcasm, mind you. I know I might have to sound like that sometimes. Truly not. But he said, George, that
this is a good quote.
That I am claims that I am a drag queen or performed as a drag queen are categorically false, and I will not be distracted nor fazed by this. And then,
how long ago was that? Was that during?
This was, I think, during his campaign.
Scroll up.
Yes.
When was this article?
The article was from January 19th. But he had been. This was, I think, during his either during his campaign or immediately after.
Well, he just got in.
He had just been sworn in on the 6th of this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so crazy to think about. This has only been going on.
We've only known about him. We are recording this episode that you're listening to in May. We recorded all of these ahead of time just because it's not really current. All of these lies have already been told. Or I told, right? I guess so. We've only known about him. And new ones will continue to come out. Like right now we have 22 episodes basically planned, I think. And there's going to be more for sure. But we've only known about him since like November. Like no one, the Democrats, this was, we talked about this on America the Conversation. Like I am baffled that the Democrats did not catch any of this. No Oppo research person was just like, hey, the first openly gay Republican is running in New York. Maybe we should like have eyes on that. Like, not a bit. No, they just didn't do any Oppo research on him.
And then was a Democratic seat.
Yes, he took a seat from an incumbent. I'm pretty sure. And I won by quite a bit, I think. I don't remember what it was. We'll mention that at a different thing.
That's not the point of this show. The point of this show is
just his lies. And he
denying.
And then they reached out to Eula Richard and one other person who remained nameless who confirmed it. And then we have this clip.
So he's not denying it.
He's not denying it. I think he has since confirmed it. I couldn't really find an actual verbal, yes, I competed in drag in Brazil. But I'm like, the picture on CNN's website that contains the clip that we just played, that clip has a picture of him in drag. I mean, that or an exact clone of him. Like
it looks just like him.
That's not to mention the fact that like the Eula, I believe it was Eula Richard, or one of the people that came forward on this, knew him back then as Anthony DeVolder, not George. Right. It wasn't George, but knew him to be also and keep in mind, George Santos is a Republican, conservative Republican, a Lula supporter, the left-wing socialist who just won back his seat in the Brazilian government as president. Pretty cool dude.
He's a Lula supporter?
He was a Lula supporter.
Back then.
Until he moved to America and went all crazy or something along those lines is what one of the sources said.
And just to be clear, if he was a drag queen, I don't care.
No one cares.
God bless,
no one on our side cares. His side cares. That's the craziest part about all of this. And it's why he's denying it, obviously.
And the denial, embrace it, own it.
But he can't. That's the problem with the GOP being like with every law, anti-drag law passing right now. Like it's horrible. Like especially what's happening in Tennessee. All they're doing is radicalizing a bunch of youth to remove them from their jobs by doing this. But that's a different subject entirely. But at the end of the day, like he has to deny this if he wants at all to keep his job, which he never. Again, I can't find anywhere where he said.
Denies or
confirms, but like I had fun at a festival.
Well, he did deny it in the tweet, and then he in the video clip that we played, he says,
"I had fun at a festival.
I had fun at a
for having
festival."
fun."
So,
why deny it, man? Like. Come over to our side. Well, you're a lying piece of crap.
This is one of those lies. Like, I feel like the last two lies were so ridiculous and absolutely insane. This lie is more like sad.
Sad. Yeah, this is a sad lie. If you can't be yourself,
right?
Man.
Like, if this is his true self and he was having fun and, if he, but he feels like he can't embrace it because of this insane world of lies that he's now like set up for himself. I don't know. This one's like,
and
one's sad.
his co-workers like hating his very existence of being gay, or even if he wanted to have a career in drag, or if he just wanted to be in drag at all. Rudy Giuliani, there's a great video of him and Trump in drag for a very long time ago. But all of a sudden, the right seems to care about another boogeyman because they are losing their silly, stupid little culture war instead of actually doing anything.
Well, Rudy Giuliani and Trump in drag seems
it was just Rudy. It wasn't Trump. They were at like Saks Fifth Avenue or something like that. But I mean... drag's it's been a thing for so long, and they're just all of a sudden caring about it. Like, we're indoctrinating kids by having drag queens read library books to kids. Like, get over it. Like, all these people do is just create one boogeyman after another. Like, it's the new left-handedness, basically. Like, being left-handed back in the 50s, you were a demon. They thought you were possessed by the devil. Like, being gay was one. Like, now being trans, or even just being a drag queen, or just being different is their whole... It's just, it's gross, and it's sad. And it's sad that this guy who, liar, a con man, and a grifter, whatever you want to call him, I don't care who you are. Like, you can't be yourself. Like, I mean, I don't know why. I do not understand why. Being a fiscal conservative is one thing, but why any, member of the LGBTQ plus community goes towards that party. Like, it's truly baffling. I mean, I guess he's the first openly gay member of the Republican Party. I think it's specifically.
No way.
I believe so.
2023? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's the first openly gay Republican elected to Congress. Like, I mean, dude, they say who they are all the time, man. This doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised that I've often thought maybe he isn't. Like, maybe this is like a gimmick that he's running. Like, you can't trust anything the guy says. Like,
that man's gay.
He is. I know he is. He has allegedly has a husband, which we're going to get into his marriages the next episode. Marriages, plural. And I'm very married. I did say jizz. It's 2023. You can say that now.
Say whatever you want.
We're not. We're not getting in trouble with the FCC. So that's for radio. I don't know. Is it too inside baseball? Something that Alana doesn't even understand.
I don't even understand that
Most
reference.
People don't even. It's just an industry phrase of making jokes about something that no one understands, because it's like work humor. It's like if you made a joke about your job that only people at your job would get.
Oh, it's like when you go out to happy hour with a bunch of people from your work, and then one person who's not from your work joins.
Yeah.
And you spend the entire time complaining about work, and that one person is like,
exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. I got it.
So, sorry for that, everyone. No, but next week, marriages, marriage, which is, I hold that when people use that quote, I love Princess Bride. But when people say that quote, it is akin to me to my wife from Borat. And I cannot, just cannot do it. The newest Borat, fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. But that's it. Next week, George Santos's marriages. You've been listening to I Do Not Trust This Person, Season 1, The Many Lies of New York Representative George Santos. The show is hosted and produced by Alana Matos and Tim Philippi. The show is mixed and edited at Shway Media Studios in Austin, Texas. For a full list of news sources and music used in this episode, please refer to the show notes. I Do Not Trust This Person was created by Tim Philippi and is a production of Shway Media and America the Podcast Presents. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com. Copyright 2023, all rights reserved.
This has been a production of Shway Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shwaymedia.com.